Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya il mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Alhamdulillah. In the previous video, I have given you some ideas, some tips of how you wake up every day with determination to change. And you start with the determination to change yourself and make it such a way that you have a good life. You work towards goodness. Make yourself good. And then you help others to be good, your family, friends, and surrounding area. Then make the world good. So at every level of your achievement, you will have to work hard to struggle to achieve that. But what is that achievement like? I'm giving you an example, a parable in life. The need to jump. We have to jump. Jump represents to jump, for example, from the cliff. What do you do if you are at the edge of the cliff? You look around, you see the beautiful sunset by the sea, and you see that beautiful cliff. You're on the top of the cliff, and behind you are your enemies coming after you with their knives or their guns, and you have to jump. So how are you going to do it? All right? So this is where in life it is always making a change from the current situation. So this parable of jumping from a cliff is at least preparing yourself. That means naturally if you're going to run towards a cliff, you will carry a parachute at your back. All right, you have a parachute. So you have that parachute, and then all the enemies may come after you. When they are near, you have to jump. So people regret. The greatest poison in life is regret. You regret not changing. You regret not studying. You regret not having a good life. You regret not having $1 million ringgit. You regret so many regrets in this life. You regret not being a good person. You regret not being the Caliph of Allah on this earth. You regret so many regrets that we have in life, that if we dwell on the regrets, forever we'll be living in sadness and despondency and depression. But Allah wills that we are not supposed to live in that way. He has given us that gift of life, that gift of happiness, that gift of peace, that gift of certainty of living in this world and transcending this world. There is no other philosophical framework as beautiful, as strongly endowed, as psychologically balanced as the way of life of Islam. The substance of Islam, not the form. Okay, we have the form now. A lot of forms of Islam. You do this, you do this, you do this, you do this, but you're actually nothing much in terms of changing yourself, changing your family, and changing your society. That's why we are in the doldrum right now. So we have to jump. So what is the meaning that we have to do? We have to jump. First, we must understand is that we must not dwell in the world as it is today. So that means if we are going to dwell as the world as it is today, we are dwelling about the problems of the ummah. Thousands and thousands of problems in all Muslim countries, from the problems of suicide bombing, from the killings, the murders, the evildoers, the corruption that is, the hypocrisy, you name it. Every day you get all this negative news. So the world as it is today will then suck you in. The world will tell you, there's no hope, brother. Don't do anything. Just let it go. So if you are those passive people who do not think that you can make a change in the world, then you have given up hope of Allah. Because the mercy of Allah is immense, is overwhelming. Every day that you do, if you intend to change, you intend to jump, you prepare yourself. So first prepare your parachute. All right? And then you know that as you are going to do a change, that means, if, for example, you are working and you want to change so that you can become an entrepreneur. I was working as a manager. I was earning very good salaries, but I wanted a change. Why? Because I want to be an entrepreneur so that I'll be independent, so that I can, inshallah, with the rizki that Allah give us, I'll get much more than being a mere worker. And most importantly, I'm free to do my things without reporting from 9 to 5 every day, or maybe 9 to 12 every day, working hard for the bosses. So I took that change, I took that jump. With nothing, with some savings, I jumped. So with that parachute I prepared, the savings that I had, I jumped and started a business. And alhamdulillah, first business failed, second business successful, third business failed, fourth business successful. And alhamdulillah, over time, I became reasonably successful. Alhamdulillah, I have enough resources for me to lead a good life in this world, and also, inshallah, enough resources for me to do da'wah. So I don't need to become a beggar, begging from all and sundry, please give me some money here and there. Yes, I live moderately. Inshallah, we have the money. We can print the books, we can do online da'wah, we can do so many things with the grace of Allah from the income of the business that I have set up. And inshallah, it is enough for me to live a good life until my last days, inshallah. So, how do we do? That jump is very important, because finally, at the end of your deathbed, you'll be asking, why didn't I make that change? Why didn't I jump? Because remember, when you jump from that cliff, when your enemies are coming near, they are out to kill you. They are out to deprecate you. They are out to make you feel small. You just jump. And when you jump, naturally, the parachute is not, when you open from the cliff, you jump from the cliff, the parachute is not going to open immediately. You have the cord. You have to pull the cord. That is a parable. Naturally, you got to pull the cord. Even after you pull the cord, you will tumble, you hit some rocks, you have some cuts here and there. You will then feel the pain, the suffering, and then you feel no hope. But suddenly, as Allah has ordained, as Allah has willed, the parachute opened. And then you soar. And you see the wind blowing, and you soar up. And you saw all the things of the past. And you saw the beauty of that jump. So my advice to you, the millennials, the younger generation, you still have time on this earth. Make that jump. Think about how you're going to jump from your current situation of anxiety, depression, fear, worry, to a new life based on your potential, the gift that Allah has given to you. Every one of you carries a gift, the seed of greatness that Allah has ordained upon you, and He has given you certain skill sets, certain capability. All right? So you use those things. Allah maybe has given me the gift of the gap. I can talk to you, and maybe some gift of being able to read. I read a lot, I study a lot, gift of knowledge. Alhamdulillah. I utilize this to reach out to you, all the millennials, all the young generation of the Ummah. Remember of this parable. Your life is just like you're living with a parachute, going towards a cliff, and finally you have to make that jump. If you don't make that jump, sad to say, you will lead life, you will die, all of us will die, but you will regret at the point of dying, why have I not made that change? So alhamdulillah, for myself, this next 10 years of my life, I have taken this parachute, I have taken this jump. I'm going to jump into the seas of positive Islamic psychology. Inshallah, if Allah give me 10 years, it's going to take 10 years. It's going to take 20 years, it's going to take 20 years. Inshallah, whatever that comes, whatever that may be, that jump I have taken with the grace of Allah. That is my dua every day. Ya Allah, make me strong, the determination to serve you and serve the Ummah through this jihad of positive Islamic psychology until my last breath. When you take me back and I return to you to serve you, remember, every day, take small steps. Kaizen, remember, small changes. And then you go on, and you become highly successful one day when Allah has ordained that to happen. Even if in my lifetime that does not happen, it does not matter. Because when you jump, you have that purpose, you have that meaning. You know your vision, you know your mission, you know that you have to work hard and struggle for it, and you ask Allah for success, and 99.999%, you will see that success, even in small bits. I'm seeing the success in this work, alhamdulillah, in small bits and pieces. But when Allah ordains the fath, when Allah opens the gate of total success, nobody can block you. Then, inshallah, we can bring this message to the 700 million young Muslims, the millennials, who is going to face the challenges on this life. Remember, take the jump, prepare your parachute, and change your life. Thank you.